Okay, so this is my first time making a recipe video. So these are good cookies, and it's kind of an old-fashioned old lady cookie. My mom gave it to me and she got it from some old lady. So it's an old lady cookie. Anyhow, they're kind of like a trail cookie. Are they good for you? No, probably not. There's oil and there's shortening or margarine. But you know what? Everything in moderation, right? So I'll make them and you can decide whether or not you want to make them. Try them. If you do try them, let me know. So anyhow, we start off with the sugar. There's a cup of brown sugar and a cup of granulated sugar. Add that. And to that, we're going to add a cup of margarine. So that's that. And we're going to want to cream that up. So do that. And then we're going to add a cup of vegetable oil. I just used canola oil because that's what I have in my cupboard. A cup of that. That's what makes them so good for you, right? Haha. And to that we're going to add 1 egg. I don't know if you guys can see me or not. I'm not sure how I have this camera positioned, but anyhow, adding my egg. And I'm just going to test this to see if you can see me. Okay, that might be better. Okay, so now we want to add our dry ingredients together. And we're going to start with our flour. Now, I don't know how you guys measure your flour, and I keep mine in a gallon-sized bag in the freezer. It's just what I was taught. I have a sister who's a baker, who was a baker for many years, and she just told me to keep my flour in the freezer. Anyhow, keeps all the little mealy bugs or whatever out. So I just do it in the bag, and then I use the back of a butter knife to just scrape it so you can get that nice and level. And this calls for 3 cups of flour. So there's our flour. To that, we're going to want to add a teaspoon of cream of tartar. This is a new thing of cream of tartar, so let's open that up. 1 teaspoon of that. And I'm going to use my butter knife again to get that leveled off. Lose some along the way. Okay, so there's my cream of tartar. And 1 teaspoon of baking soda. There's my baking soda. Alright, teaspoon of that. And salt, half a teaspoon of salt. I usually just add all that. Let's about half a teaspoon, throw the rest in the sink. Alright, so that, and then I would take my butter knife and just kind of mix that around, mix it around, mix it around, mix it around. Okay, so then I add that to my mixture of sugar, butter, and oil. And then add a cup of oatmeal and a cup of Rice Krispies cereal and a cup of coconut and, oh shucks, you know what I forgot? I forgot to add the vanilla. But I'm just going to do it, I'm just going to add it on top. That's not how you're supposed to. But a teaspoon of vanilla is supposed to go in there. We'll make sure that gets mixed in. Good enough. So I'm just going to take a spoon and just kind of mix that around. Make sure it gets nice and incorporated in there. So, I like the texture with the Rice Krispies in these cookies. It's really good. Again, I don't make these cookies all the time. I probably make them once a year. So, I mean, with the oil, no biggie, right? I mean, you don't always have to have healthy coming out of your ears, right? Anyhow, so in moderation, we like these cookies. So I am going to start to put these on the pan. And I just want to make sure that the bottom dough is mixed in with the top dough. That's probably good. Alright. Alrighty. So let me grab a teaspoon and or tablespoon, whatever. And we're gonna make balls. So I'm gonna make them. I like my cookies kind of big. So we're just gonna put like 8 on a pan probably. There's another one. And we're gonna dip a fork in some flour that I have right here. Dip it in flour and just sort of, you can make a X, or not an X, sort of like you're making peanut butter cookies. And we're going to put them in the oven and see what happens in about maybe 11 minutes maybe? Let's see. Okay, so these are almost done. I'm going to take them out of the oven. And voila! We want to let these sit and cool for a minute before we take them off the pan. Because otherwise they're going to fall apart. Because that's what cookies do when they're gooey. So we're going to leave that sit. And then, but that's good cookies. And it's a really old recipe. I don't know where my mom got it, but she got it from an old lady. So these are called good cookies. I hope you like them.